can tell you there's actually 75,000 hardware. I counted this morning, up from 73. So, busy weekend in Noblesville. Great to be with everybody today. What a historic day for our community. You know, I was thinking, Noblesville knows a thing or two about historic days. You know that we are the historic county seat of Hamilton County. We're celebrating our 200th birthday this year alongside Hamilton County. And I can only imagine what people like William Connor and Josiah Polk were thinking 200 years ago, but I can guarantee you they were not envisioning landing an NBA franchise on the far east side of their community. But what an honor it is. There's a lot of people that I need to say a quick thank you to that got us to this point. I want to start by our new family members at Pacers Sports and Entertainment, Rick Fuson, Mel Raines, Danny Lopez, Todd, and Jim Morris as well, Todd Taylor. Give them a round of applause. I appreciate all they've done. And I can say I know Rick Fuson enough to know that he did his due diligence about communities to land this G League team. He's a tough negotiator, and I know he chose Noblesville for a reason. And I want to thank him and his entire team for placing the trust in the future of the G League here in our hands going forward. I also want to thank someone who doesn't ever seek the spotlight or seek the praise, but Matt Light and also our city attorney John Hughes. Kudos to them. Give them a round of applause. They keep me out of trouble every day, which is no small task. But this project was a genuinely heavy lift for a lot of us and an exciting one. And I appreciate all the efforts that they put in place. I have to say a quick note about where we're standing today on Innovation Mile. Not only is it the home of the future G League team, but it's also really the home of Noblesville's future growth and investment. This area, Innovation Mile, will be home to the jobs of the future, the amenities of the future, the quality of life initiatives of the future. It'll also be a gateway for innovation and the anchor of thinking and development of our community as we continue to grow. The Pacers will join incredible teammates like our friends at Board Warner, who have been nothing but incredibly gracious partners in this process as well. They'll also join Michael Meneghini and his team at the Indiana Joint Replacement Institute, which went under construction earlier this year. And I know that they are excited to have great neighbors like the Indiana Pacers here. The arena will not only be home to the G League team, but will be also home to conferences, events, community events, and many sporting events, as well as entertainment events going forward. I have to thank our partners at Patch Development, F.A. Wilhelm, American Structure Point, JLL, Rev Entertainment, Populous, and Ratio, as well as they've helped us get to this point. This is truly a transformational day for our community, a community I have called home my entire life, a community that I love with my whole heart and soul, and a community that is worthy of this type of investment by the NBA and by the Pacers going forward. I can't do this alone. There has to be a group of people that vote to pay for it, and that is our City Council. You're going to hear from our City Council President Aaron Smith shortly, but I know we also have Councilor Greg O'Connor, Councilor Mark Boyce, Councilor Megan Wiles is here as well, and Councilor Darren Peterson. If you could give a little wave and give them a round of applause. We pride ourselves on being a community that actually gets together, talks to one another, and grows in the same direction. So I want to also thank our friends at the NBA who have joined us, and you'll hear from them shortly. But thank you for being here on what will truly be a transformational day for my hometown, Noblesville, Indiana. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Councilor, appreciate it very much. For those of you, he talked about 40 years. For those of you who think about 40 years back, I think 69 was a one-lane road. So, but look at it today. We're standing and sitting right by it, where 70,000 people, I think, is what I've heard go by every day, and that's just fantastic for Noblesville, for our company. There's a mayor in Noblesville who we couldn't have done this without. When we first went up and met him, he kind of looked at me like, we'll see. And I told him the other day, I said, well, I'm glad you woke up from your nap. Because he has led it with this council in a very positive and great way. And we want to make sure that if we were going to move, that we move to the right community. We think the Noblesville is one of the fastest growing, one of the most well-run municipalities in our state. And we are so happy that we're going to be here. And we look forward to coming from all over Indianapolis. We're hopeful that you will be great fans of our players. There may be some who play here on Tuesday, and maybe they'll be playing downtown on Thursday. So over 50% of the players in the NBA have G League experience. So this is big time basketball. Big time basketball. So we look forward to seeing you at the games. We thank you very much for your support, and congratulations, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Light. Thank you, Mayor Jensen. Thank you, Rick, for your remarks. We're thrilled that the league is able to participate in this momentous and historic occasion today. I've been at the NBA for 24 years, and this groundbreaking today is unique for us. We continue to see the G League grow. The G League is a global property. We have teams across all 3 countries in North America, and our games are broadcast all around the world. And so when we open this arena, Noblesville will be known all over the world to those basketball fans that follow the G League, that follow the NBA. And I will tell you, there's such a huge tradition of basketball and love for basketball in this state, in this area. And you look back and you look at the Pacers and the Fever, and now the Indiana G League team, which will be based right here in Noblesville. The other thing that we have in common that we're so excited about is that the G League is about innovation. And to be here at the foot of Innovation Mile and the home of entrepreneurial companies and companies that are looking to innovate and do things differently couldn't be more consistent with what we're trying to do with the G League and have been doing for many, many years. So just thrilled to be a part of this historic moment, thrilled to look forward to coming back for the opening of this wonderful state-of-the-art arena. And I just want to thank the community for the support of the G League franchise that will be based here in Noblesville. So thank you very much.
I may be the center, I don't know. Good afternoon, Deputy Mayor Jensen. Thank you City of Noblesville. Thank you for having us. This is a great day. I have to give a special thank you to the Simons family, the Pacers organization, for their continued interest, investment, support of the G League. Several months ago, Rick, he called me and he told me that he was moving his team. Now, if you understand leagues and how they work, usually you call, you give a proposal, but he told me, and Rick, that's what he did. He told me I'm moving my team, and this is what I'm doing, and it's going to take a little time. You have to work with me. And after he started talking and talked me through it and explained Noblesville and everything Mayor Jensen is doing here, I got it, and I'm glad I persevered. I'm glad we're here today. Our league, the NBA G League, over the past 2 decades, has become the premier destination for talent developing for the NBA. As you heard, only 50% of NBA players currently on rosters have G League experience. We've been a part of more than 900 players leaving our league and going on to the NBA. Coaches, front office folks across our league, broadcasters, talent in general, getting their start in the G League. We are truly a place for growth and development. So I think it's fitting that we're here on the Innovation Mile, as Mark said, and what our league stands for. But most importantly, the G League stands for a community. So we're 31 teams, 29 of those teams connected to NBA teams. Next season, the 24-25 season, we'll welcome in our 30th NBA team, so bringing in the Phoenix Suns. And that will give us all 30 NBA teams, 2 independent teams, and we are a place for community. So you'll hear the community come out there, be able to see young Pacers players, young NBA players from around our league, and it'll be really a great opportunity for the community to come together, business to come together. And the one thing we feel good about, we know this is Indiana, we won't have to teach people about basketball. Sometimes we have to do clinics and talk to people, we have to teach them basketball. We You won't have to do that here, but you'll be able to come together as a community, and you'll be able to have fun, and families will be able to enjoy themselves. That's what we pride ourselves on. We are 31 teams, soon to be 32 teams of community assets. So we're excited about this opportunity in Noblesville. The other thing that Rick said to me, and I believe it's true, and I talked to Mayor Jensen about this, is that this has an opportunity to be a model for the G League. I'm going to tell our other communities about this, about what's going on here in Noblesville, and hopefully we can duplicate this in other communities around our city. But I'm extremely thrilled to be here. I can't wait to be back for opening night. And the only thing I ask is, when I was a rookie in the NBA, one of my first games was in Old Market Square. And I just swore that was the loudest place in the world. So I'm hopeful when I come back here in Noblesville, it'll be just as loud. Again, thank you, Noblesville, Mayor Jensen, thank you.
I've never felt so short. Never. I was sitting next to Rick last week at the mayor's state of the city, and we had a great conversation about giants in central Indiana. People like Dick Lugar, who as mayor, transformed Indianapolis, and therefore places like Noblesville. We would not have had a shot if it weren't for people like that who came before us. You mentioned Connor, the same thing with, present day with Dick Lugar. Sometimes I think it's easy to look at history though and wax poetic about transformational change and the risks people took to build the infrastructure that we see today. That same teamwork and appetite for bold vision is why we are here today alongside these great partners making this investment. And I'm not even ashamed to admit that I have a blatant bias in this. I have a 6 and a 2-year-old at home that I hope choose to return to central Indiana one day when they were adults too. The more that we can make strong investments like these today mean that we'll see the jobs and the residents of tomorrow. Each and every day I get the chance to work alongside 8 other city councilors who I know see our economic development strategy this way too. We hold the wallet for the City of Noblesville and work alongside the mayor to ensure that every single taxpayer in Noblesville is respecting the dollars that they give us. The dirt that we're moving today is a strong down payment on the residents of tomorrow, and I'm elated to move it forward. Thank you.